So it's like that. And then you wrap it around it like this. Okay? So you wrap it around it. And then the other one, you wrap it around it. Like that. And the same for the other one. You're going to wrap it around it. And the other one. So you have 4 little hooves there. Okay? And then you're going to get your tool and you're going to just indent it to give the illusion of little horse shoes. So look at it. Illusion of horseshoes. Like that, and like that, and like that. Okay. So there's the 4 little legs done. Let's push that away like that. And that. Now, so for the body, I'm going to just we have to be kind of cautious of the amount we're using for the body. You don't want it to be too big. I think mine is a little bit too big. So I'm just going to cut a bit away. Okay, because we don't want it to hinder the legs. So the legs are nice and sturdy there. We're going to position them quite close to each other and then to the front like that. Okay. And then with this bit here, so I'm going to just show you the amount I'm using because I just want to make sure that the little body will rest nicely on the actual legs. So around that amount. Okay, so I'm slowing down now. So I'm just going to recap here. So it was 4 little legs and we put the 4 sausages around the little legs, just like that to give the illusion of horseshoes, okay? And the same for the other one, to give the illusion of horseshoes. So 4 legs, like that, okay? Now, so is everybody at that stage? So then we got our little bit of orange and we attached it around, and then we got our tool and we just indented into the center. We just indented it in the center. Yeah, like that, like that. Now, let me just see here. So just, is everybody going on ahead? Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. No, I am. Slow down from Emma to everybody, okay? Brenda Kane. So hopefully we're at a similar stage now. We have the 4 legs done. So the body is just a smaller little bit that's going to rest on the legs. So into a ball. And then we're going to do a slight sausage, just a very slight little sausage. So my legs are like this. And you can put the little body. We're not just going to put it on yet, just so we get the proportions right. So like that, okay? Because you have the wings to do. So we're not actually going to put on the body. Like that. So I have the body like that. I have the 4 legs done. Now, let's get back to the proportion of the head. So if the body's like that, proportion-wise, then we have the 4 legs. And now we have the head. So the head, again, is smaller than the actual body. So I'm just going to say in relation to the body, what it's like. So I would go maybe a little bit more. Sorry, around that amount, okay? And that amount. So I'll just roll into the ball and so show you in comparison to the body. So it's kind of half the size of the body almost, isn't it? Yeah. So again, roll that into a ball. Roll it into a ball. And then we're going to do our droplet over and back like this. So nice and carefully over and back like this. Okay, so the bigger part there is actually going to be where the nose and the nostrils will go. And the smaller bit is where the ears will be sticking out. So the little ears will be sticking out, okay? Now, let me see. like that. And we're going to put our ears up here. So we should have obviously enough clay here. So tiny again, you'll be making the little ears. Was it yesterday you made the little ears? So two, around this amount. So look at, like this, okay? And then into half, and there's going to be your 2 ears. So I'm going to just nip the little head away. So we have, okay, for that person, I can't really see whoever just joined there, we've made droplets for the legs, but they're not pointy droplets, they're flattened droplets because the body has to stick on to the legs, okay? So we have 4 legs, 4 droplets, and then just 4 sausages at the bottom for the horse hooves, or the horseshoes, isn't it? Sorry, horseshoes, yeah. And then the little body is a sausage. But it has to be not too big because you don't want to be too heavy for the legs to support it. And then the head is just a droplet. Okay, so we roll into a ball, and then we do a little droplet into a ball, and then a droplet like that. Okay, so these are the ears we're doing now. Around that amount, look at nothing too big, and then attach it on nice and carefully onto the head. Yeah, and the same for the other one, over and back like that. Little flattened droplets, and the fatter part kind of sticks up to the sky, if you know what I mean. Like that. So that's the way it's going to look. Okay. Now, so there are all our little sections we have completed so far. We've done the body, the legs, and then the head. So in order for it to look more like a little horse, we're going to, it's this part here we're doing. See the little, this nostrily section, okay? So again, this is just a sausage flattened, and then we stick it on, okay? So again, I'm going to get the orange. So a very small amount of orange is required. And this amount. And then we're going to roll, I'm just going to move the head for a minute. We're going to roll into a ball, and then over and back into a sausage shape. And then we're going to flatten it like that. Okay. And then we're going to get the bigger part of the head, the fatter part, and you're going to carefully put it over like this. Okay. So like this here. Now, so that's where like, the little nostrils are going to go. This, that's the head. We have the ears, we have the main head, and then we have the little nostril section. Now using this tool here, I'm going to use this tool here. Okay, we're going to go firm but fair, a hole in there and a hole in there, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to use this tool here. So remember, this tool here is very good. Let's get that out of the way. This is the tool for the knife. So the soft part, or the not serrated part, and go from one side to another. So just from one side to another, like that. So just gives a little smile or illusion of a mouth. This is all about illusion, yeah. Now I might just pull mine out a little bit, just looking like a little bit of a cacao. Well, no, it looks good there, like that, okay. Now the next little thing we're going to do are the eyes. So always remember, we use this eye socket firstly to indicate where the eyes will go. So the eyes will go up there and they'll go up there, indented in like that. And then getting back into our intro pack, I'm going to take my white, and we're going to do little white balls for the eyes. White balls, and take some black out as well, just when you're in the pack or whatever, just get your black ready and your white. I'm going to open a white, so I'm opening at the same time as you, and then nip a tiny bit of white away. So a tiny little bit, I mean, boys and girls, tiny. And I'm going to put it on my black tray just so you can see how small it is and understand. Like that. Oops. And then I'm going to go over and back like this. Over and back like that. And then roll into 2 balls. And the other one into 2 balls. And then put it in. Like that. Oops. And so I'm going to hold it up to you now. So just don't panic. I need you to see it for myself first. So I'm going to hold it up to the screen. Whoops. So you have the 2 little eyes like that. And you should be able, you should be quite good at the eyes now because you've so much practice during the week. And then the next little thing we're going to do is the center of the eyes. I'm just using black today, okay? I'm not going to use any other color, but just black, okay? So there's a tiny bit of black there. I'm just going to put it on the white table so it's more obvious, like that. And then you're going to divide it into 2 as well. So as long as it's smaller than the white, that's the main thing. So again, into a ball, see how tiny it is, and then put it on. Into a ball, flatten, see how tiny it is. In, like that. So there we go. We have the little head with the nostril section. We have the ears, and I just made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake, but just forgot to add the little incision. You can add the incision if you want into the ears, just to give it more of an impression. Yeah. And then we did this section here with the features our nostrils, inserted 2 holes for the nostrils, and then our eyes. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're actually going to do the wings next. Okay, we're going to actually do our wings. So our wings, I'm going to keep them orange. Now my wings for my Pegasus were too big. So I'm going to just get them, mine now currently smaller than that. So I'm going to show you the amount I'm going to use. They were too big. I'm going to actually take a little bit away. So around this amount of orange. This is the amount of orange you need. I'm going to, mine's in my bag, so I'm just going to pull that upside down. Okay, and then roll it into a ball. And then 2 droplets, okay? So I'm just going to put my feet up here. These are all the components. So if anybody's behind, just look at all the stages, the legs, the body, and then the little head, okay? So here we're working on the wings. So into a ball, divide it into 2. And roll them into 2 droplets. So into a ball, and then a droplet. Into a ball, and then a droplet. So it's a flying horse, basically, what this is, the Pegasus. It's a flying horse, and then we're going to flatten them. So if you want to flatten it with your palm of your hand, your finger, whatever you're comfortable with, you do it like that. Okay. You want them kind of even, so I'm just going to manipulate them out there, like that. Again, I'm going to hold them up to you. So the wings are flattened droplets. Okay. You can keep it there. So then, in order to give it a more realistic impression of a wing, we're going to slice into it. We're going to slice it, we're going to slice it, we're going to slice it all the way like this. Okay. And then you can go up, 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 up. Girls and boys, you probably know how to do wings better than I do, if you know what I mean. So if you're happy to do your own design, please do it with this section here, if you know what I mean. You can do it more texturized, you can do it more serrated, whatever you feel comfortable with, but just be mindful. So that's one of my wings, okay? So it's going to be going out. I have to go, and let me just see here. So the pointy bit, yeah, it goes up, and the pointy bit goes up there. So if you know, that's going to be sticking out to the sky. So here we go, slice up, 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 slice up. Oops. Okay. So something like that. And then to give it the illusion or more wing-like, I get this tool here. That's the same tool I'm using and indent it up. So it's if, just trying something like that. Again, use are good. You know, the kids from real life workshops are excellent to making wings, something like that. Okay, the only thing is I'm not happy with, I'm happy with them, but I want to outline them so they're a little bit more defined, if you know what I mean. I still have blue from my kit, but again, if you want, you can dip in. I still have a lot of blue still left from the week, so you could use that or another color you choose. So we're just going to get an amount around this size here. And you're going to roll it into a long sausage, a long, long sausage. I'm just going to get these wee guys out of the way. 3, 4. Okay, we're going to roll this into the long sausage. We're outlining our wings now with a blue highlight. This just to make them a little bit more dramatic and to stand out. Okay. And then we're going to position it. So I'm using my tray. I'm going to position it from one tip to the other side. So can you see that? So just from there to there. I should have halved it. I didn't. I was a bit naughty, but it doesn't matter. I can half it there. So that's going to be 1. And then we're going to do the other one. Like that. And we're going to nip it. If it's too much, just take it away with your tool. Okay. So I'm going to hold them up to you now. So it was just a sausage that I made. And then I outlined it like that. Okay. Now, so again, I'm just wondering, are my wings too big? So hopefully you didn't make any wings that were too large. But I'm going to just, so there's my body. So taking my body and putting it into the center. Hold on, I have to turn around to use and just do it opposite, like that and like that. So just make sure they're good and sturdy. And same for the other side, like that. So one side and the other. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, actually mine are very big. I didn't really envisage them to be that big, but they're okay. They'll be fine. They're slim, so they won't be too heavy. So look at. Okay. So we have that there. We have the wings, the body, the legs, the head. So we are doing very good. We're doing very, very good. It doesn't take time yet. Perfect. Now, the next thing we're going to do, this is the fun part, and girls and boys, you would be good at this. So I'm going to, as everybody listens up, I'm going to actually do my hair basic enough. I'm going to use the orange that I supplied, okay? But you can choose maybe a little bit of the other colors from this pack here. Okay, so you can do, we're going to keep it maybe simple enough, but girls or boys, if you want to do the hairdo a little bit more dramatic, please feel free. But just for time and for people to understand what we're doing, I'm going to keep it simple enough for this little Pegasus, just to keep it simple enough. So I would roll out. So I'm going to use this. So we're going to do the tail and the mane, the same colors, just so it's more in keep. It's a look better visually. So I'm going to use, I'm going to roll out a massive big sausage of orange, okay? And same for the green. So green, orange, and blue. So around this amount, look at this amount. I don't think you need too much more, but just for now, I'm happy with this amount. And we're going to roll out 2 sausages of green and orange, or whatever color combinations you feel comfortable with, okay? But we'll just have to be mindful of time, and you know, the people are at different stages and whatever. So we'll just do a few colors. I might add another color just for the excitement of it. So there's green. Can we use white? Yeah, because you can use white, good question, because I'll not be using it for my next character. Yeah, you can. So there we go. And then I'm going to go with the orange. So again, you don't have to, you can do it smaller than mine, you can do it larger. It's just whatever way you think you're going to design the mane and the hair. So I'm going out of control with my orange one there, Madame. So I'm going to keep that and that. And I'm going to cut there just so that it's even, like that. So this will be enough. What I'm doing now will be enough for my hair, for my mane, and my tail. So just be mindful of that. So I'm going to add another color now. I think I'm going to go with, with yellow, actually. I think I'll go with yellow. Yeah, just so that there's a 3-color combination we're going to use. So I've got my yellow open, and I've got quite a lot of yellow. I know we used it for our hair during the week, but we still have quite a substantial amount left. Well, I have. So I'm going to take a bit away. So around this amount. Okay. And then I'm going to just take my little sausages out of the way for a minute and start rolling our 3rd color, which I have chosen is going to be yellow. I just find it easier sometimes to use this part of my hand to actually roll out the clay, okay? Like this, like this, like this. Okay, so see there? So we're in that amount as well. Okay, so like that, like that. I'm going to just line them up to see what way the color combinations work, and they look nice. I'm going to put more orange in it there, just to give it a little bit. It's almost like a little rainbow of different colors. Okay. So I'm going to give mine a little fringe firstly. So I'm going to cut. So look at, I've joined all my sausages together, and I'm just going to cut a little bit away, just like that, just a small little bit. See, like that. Okay, and I'm going to join it on to the little head. So look at, in between the ears are where the little fringe will go. But actually, if we're doing the unicorn, just leave a little space so where the horn will go. But I'm just putting that like that for now. Okay. And then I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit. I'm going to half that because we're going to use half it for the hair, half it for the tail. So dividing it into 2. Can we use one? Yeah, that's still the question. Yeah, so like that. That's going to be the hair. So it's whatever color choice you used for your little sausages, it's perfect. Don't worry, you know, it's up to use. And then, so we just have to be mindful as well of where the little hair will go. So if it's going to be stuck up like that, we want it coming down to the side almost. Okay. So I'm going to put my hair to the side. So she's got nice, or he's got nice long hair. Like that. I'm going to keep it like that. So he's kind of got the hair coming down to the side. So I'm not positioning my head. I just want to see what it looks like. So I'm not just putting it on just yet. Just have the hair done nicely, coming down to the side. If you have the time, you could do the hair the other side. You could do whatever way you want. And again, you can continue on this after, you know, the tutorial's over, and you can modify and adapt. It's up to you. Now, so for the little tail, I'm still keeping with these color combinations, obviously. I'm just going to stretch it a little bit just to give it a little bit more length. So it's more kind of dramatic like that. And I'm going to squeeze the top of it together, squeeze it together. Okay. Just like that, because it's going to be going kind of into a little hole. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing next. Yeah. So we have our wings. Remember, this is the front of the wings. So his little bum is going to be going behind the wings with none of the serrated section. So we're going to use our tool, and we're going to imprint like that. Okay. And the same for the other one. So sorry, but yeah, we just put the little tail into it like that. Okay. So when it's standing on the feet, you'll be able to bring it down. So I'm going to just bring all our little components together. So look at what I've done. That's his little bum with the tail hanging down. I'm just going to put these 2 together, or 4 together. So it's very important that the legs are quite close together. Okay. So look at, you have to really listen here. The legs have to be quite compact, closely positioned together. Okay. I'm actually going to bring mine a little bit more closer like that. And then we're going to put on the body with the wings to the front like the horse hooves, like that. And like that. No. So mine's standing up quite good. I hope yous are. It's all about the legs. It's all about the legs. So you could, yeah, like this. Okay. And then I'm just going to position to me first, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So then the little head goes on. So the head, look at the head, the back of the head here is going to stick to the fatter part. Like that there. It's going to stick on like that. Okay. Now, so the only thing girls might want this, I don't know if the boys will, but we want to do the little unicorn horn there. Just quite a dramatic one. If you're going for the horn, we'll just put it just in the center there. So we're actually going to use this tool here. Look at, we're going to insert a little incision again. Just that'll be where the unicorn horn sticks out. So I know again in the past the girls are great at doing the little horn for the unicorn. So you just do it any way you want. I think I'm going to take a little bit of white, okay? So a little bit of white, and I'm just going to mix a little bit of orange, just the two of them together. I'm just going to blend them. I'm just going to twist them. So it's just a case of twisting if you can. Again, boys and girls out there, you're entitled to do it any way you want, but I'm just going to make it, put the two together and then roll into a ball. So it's kind of almost candy cane, it's like a candy, isn't it? Okay. And then I'm going to roll into the droplet. So into the droplet. You want a big enough little horn sticking out of the head. So I'm just going to go, mine might be too big. Let's just see. So I just want to turn them up to me. Oh, that's okay. That's quite cute. Yeah. I'm just going to again look up. I can't really see here what I'm doing, so I need to just look at it. Look at it like that. Okay. So it's very important that the legs are all nice and sturdy. Okay, very, very important. So we should be okay for that. So I'm just going to point out my bit there. The only thing is I'm a little bit critical is I can do this. You don't have to, but you can just do a tiny sparkle in the eye, a tiny little sparkle in the eye, okay? So into the bowl. Oops. So it's just adding a little bit more life. Mine's gone everywhere. So I'm just going to do a tiny little ball with the sparkle, and it goes into the eye. I'm going to have to look at it here. It's just jumping everywhere. So use continue on finalizing yours, and I'm going to just try and get the sparkle in my eye if I can. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. So it's two little white dots I was putting in just to give it a little bit more of life. Okay. And then the wings are up. Yeah, so that's the little pegasus. How's everybody getting on? And again, you can go back to that after this is over. You can go back, you can add more strands to your tail, to your mane, to your fringe. You know, it's just that I'm limited with my time, obviously, and I've only used 3 colors. You may want to use more. But that's that little man done. I'm going to position him to the side. Okay. And then we're going to go on to our next. Can we use right? Okay, we're going to go on to our next. So this is the phoenix. It's a bird who rises from the ashes. So this is quite a nice little character to make, and he will have a little magnet on the back by the end. So I want to illustrate the fact. What? Sorry, I just have to see here. Sorry, Brenda Kane. What is what? Sorry, the phoenix, is it? This is the phoenix we're going to do next, and it's a bird, rises from the ashes. It's a mythical character again. So we're going to open up our set here. Okay, but today I want you, we haven't really done this before. We're going to actually keep two tones. When we're mixing, we're not going to mix all the colors together. So this yellow is it's quite moist. So it's quite a vibrant yellow. It's quite exciting a color, if you know what I mean. It's bright and it's nice. So we're going to mix these together and leave little eyes there in the magnet. So we're just going to put them aside for 1 minute, show him there. And I'm just going to just show you carefully here. So look at, we have the yellow and we have the orange. So we're going to mix them together. So but we're not going to mix it complete. We want to give the illusion of a fiery bird. It's supposed to be kind of a fiery bird. So we're going to mix and we're going to fold over and back like that. Okay, so my little, just be mindful of your little pegasus. Keep the little legs apart and keep them upright. And if you could prop them up against something, so prop them up against one of those little tubs that you're not using, just prop him up just to keep him nice and upright until he dries. So that's a little tip for you as well. So one of those little tubs, put him up there so he's looking at us. Okay, now, so we're going to go back to this. So you stretch and you fold, just so to give you the illusion of two tones. You want to keep the nice color combinations here. Phoenix. Yeah, it's a phoenix bird, isn't it? Yes, it is a phoenix bird. Okay, so over and back like that. So I've got the two tones like that. Now the wings are the most dramatic part of this bird in every respect. So look at the wings here and here. It's kind of like a firebird, okay? So we're going to divide our clay into 3, okay? So for those wings, his body, and for the lower wing, or for the lower tail, sorry, that's a tail, yeah? So into 3. So look at mine is not, it's not all mixed. I want the two tones visible. So we're going to roll it into a ball and then a sausage and then divide it into 3. Into 3. I'm going to bring that screen down a bit here. Yeah, that's better. So into 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 bits. Now I'm going to just take these bits away for now. Remember, put them into the container because it's an air drying clay, and start off with this one here. So this is going to be a wing section we're going to do first, a wing section. Okay, so divide that into 2, and we're very good at the wings now because we did it for our other little character. I'm going to get you out of the way because I'm not using you. So into 2 balls and then 2 droplets, and that's the base of our wings. Okay, so 2 balls, everybody, and then 2 droplets. Good. Okay, that's 1 ball done, and the other one. So the color combinations are very nice. They're very, it's just very lively. 2 balls and then the 2 droplets. We've made quite a few wings this week with the fairy, with the pegasus. Did we make any other wings? But so we should be okay with making them now, shouldn't we? So you want these really good, really dramatic. So I'm going to go with quite a pointy droplet. I'll show you mine. So like that. What about the eyes? Well, if you don't have eyes, you can make your own eyes. Don't worry about the eyes for now. So like that, like that. Yeah, there's no big deal if you didn't get eyes in your kit. Just make them. That's why I supplied this set here, so that if there's any little mishaps, whatever, you can make your own. So I'll go through making them as well. Now, and then flatten it like this, and flatten it like this. Okay. So there's our 2 flattened droplets. So we should all be okay with that. And then we're going to bring it up. So you want the pointy bit. This is sticking out upwards to the sky. So that's the pointy bit there, sticking upwards. And the other one is sticking upwards as well. Okay. Now, the most important part of this is this tool here to make the lovely, lovely wings. So you can see the way I did mine. Again, it's similar to the Pegasus wings. You just bring it up, you slice it up, you slice it up. You slice it up, you slice it up. I'll bring it to the camera. You can slice it up like this. You can slice it up. I have to do it on the table, boys and girls, just my hands are not, I'll put it on this here for you, okay? So like this. And you're slicing up, 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 and up, okay? Now, so again, just to give the illusion of wings. And then what I do, I go back to the slice and I just do another little impression into it. You don't have to, again, I'm just giving you some tips that I've learned during my 10 years, okay? So up like that. And then same for the other side. So on there. And then same for the other side. So up, 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 up. Like that. So that, and then I go into it just to see if there's it's more defined. Now, like that. So there are the two wings there. Oops, oops, oops. Like that, and like that. You want them kind of upright and nice. So the next little stage we're going to do the little body of the bird. So it's just an extended droplet. So again, we have all our bits divided up nicely. So we're going to use one of them and roll it into a ball, and then the droplet for the center part of the bird's body, this part here, okay? The center part. So into a ball, and then the droplet. Over and back, over and back, over and back. Wait, can't keep up, okay? Okay, so we'll just go back again. Now, so just for anyone, they're just droplets. These are simple droplets, okay? And you've used your knife to make an impression into them, to give them illusion of wings. Okay? And then we have this little bit here. This is just a droplet. So this is going to be the head of the bird, and this is going to be near the bottom where the tail will come out, okay? So I'm going to go back now. And we're going to use this knife here, this section of the knife, and you're going to do a little fluffy kind of body. So look at this one here. It's a good tool as well, a good section to use, like this, just to make it more kind of little fluffy, like a little bird's chest, basically, like this and this and this. Okay. Again, you can do it whatever way you want. I'm just here to give you guidance, and you can use it that way. You can do it any way you want, just to give it texture in any capacity that you can do it. So just keep if you want, I would keep this kind of smooth because that's where the little eyes and the beak will go. So don't do too much there. Okay. Now, I just want to, so that's going to be your body. Yeah. I'm going to take that off, take it off. Just again to recap on what we've done. We've done two droplets. We've done the little droplet for the main body of the bird. And then we're going to do these here, the tail. So we want it again, nice and dramatic like that, like his. So again, we've actually got we're going to have a huge tail, but it's nice. It's quite an integral part of this bird. So we're going to go nice and big. So into a ball and then into a droplet. So like that, a big, massive droplet. That's supposed to kind of give the illusion of fire. The tail in particular is supposed to give the illusion of fire. So we'll try and emulate that. So again, oops, we're going to flatten our droplet. We're going to flatten it, flatten it, flatten it, flatten it, flatten it, like that. Okay, so a flattened droplet. Okay. Now, the important part is we're going to slice it. We're actually going to slice the droplet. So using this tool here, we're going to make really big cuts. So really, boys and girls, make lovely big long cuts. Big, big, big long cuts like that. So you want them kind of spread out. Everybody seeing what I'm doing? I'm cutting it. I'm actually cutting it. Okay. I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to cut this. So it's like that, a big dramatic tail. Very dramatic. Yeah, it'll be good. So then we're going to each of the little bits that you've cut, we'll try and kind of make it more fiery. So we're going to point it nicely like this. Look at it. I'm using these little parts of my finger and I'm pointing it, pulling it and pointing it. Pulling it and pointing it. Whoops. I'm going to have to do this on the table here so I won't be able to. So pull it and kind of point it into the kind of flames we're looking for. Flames. So point it and then that. I'm just going to have to hold it up to myself and then I'll hold it up to you. Okay, so I'll put it on the tray there. Like that. It's kind of like flames we're trying to illustrate that we're making flamey tails is what we're doing, isn't it? Now that and like that. And then over. Okay, so something, it's dramatic, but it's it'll look effective, okay? So we have now, to recap, we have the arm, oh sorry, we have the arms, what arms? We have the wings, we have the body, and we have the big, big dramatic tail. So in order for the tail to attach the body, I'm just going to get this finger here and flatten the top of the tail. And then we're going to stick that onto it like that. Okay. Now, so actually that's really, really dramatic, isn't it? Now. So the only thing next we have to do is our beak. So I'm going to go, I haven't used too much of my beak, of my red. So this is the red little tub. We're going to open it up. You could go yellow if you wanted. I'm just going to go with red because just for design purposes, I'm going to go with red and I'm going to take this amount. So you want a good enough size beak. You want a good enough size beak in around this amount. Okay, I'm going to hold up again. This amount here and then roll it into a ball and then a droplet. So you're going to have a big beak. Like that. Is that too big? Yeah, sorry, mine's too big. So I'm just going to take mine away and half that again. Just so small, just you decide again. You can go big, you can go small, but I'm just not happy with that size for me. I'm just going a little bit smaller. I'm going to stick it. Yeah, that's better. Just like that. Okay. So I'm going to hold it up now so the beak goes, whoops, up there. Okay, so for anybody that didn't get their eyes, I'll just make my own eyes so you can follow on. If anybody did get the eyes, just insert them where the eyes should go. But again, I'm going to keep my eyes actually just black for this design. I think it'll be more effective. So I'm going to go with just 2 balls of black. So I'm going to show you again around this, hold on boys and girls, too big. Around this amount of teeny weeny bits of black, okay? That and divide it into 2. I'm just going to put that there as more effective with that, okay? So into a bowl and then divide it into 2. Okay, and then we're going to insert it there. And we're going to insert it there. So if you didn't get the eyes, they look good actually. The black and the orange looks really stands out anyway. But if you did get the eyes, just insert them to the side. Okay. Now, so hopefully we are okay. I'm just going to go over this again. So we had the body, and I'm just going to give more little texture to mine, just to make it more a little bit fluffy. We had the wings, which were done out one side, obviously the other. Then we did the body, and then we did the big fire tail. And then we have a magnet to put on. So the little magnet here. Take off the back. Be able to. Yeah, so we have the back, and then we're going to stick it on like this. Okay. So at the top, look at the back, kind of in between the wings, like that. Again, put them on the table. Now, so after a day or so, you can stick that wherever you want, basically. So I'm hoping you like that. That was quite a dramatic one. And it was simple enough. It was just, obviously user pros at it now. So I'm sure you found that simple enough as well. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it up here. Let me check the time. Can't keep up. Okay, so again, remember I was saying like that I've been recording these sessions as well, and they're all up on my YouTube channel, and this one will have to be put up today as well. So if you were frustrated at my speed, I do apologize, but there's only so much I have a certain pace to go with as well. But if you wanted to recap or go back on different set stages you've missed out on, please do that later on this evening. So I'm going to hold this up to you, yes, and then my other little one here. So remember, be mindful of this wee guy here. He, because of his proportions, you want to prop him up. So I wouldn't be playing with him, boys and girls, today. I would make sure that he's nice and dry before you will start playing with him. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to put him on a little small tub that I'm sure have a lot of now, and prop him up. I'll bring that down just to show you exactly the way I'm going to position him. Like that, so that he's nice and propped and he won't fall and his bits won't fall into pieces. And then there's the two there. There's my two ones. There's the one I made earlier. So then that concludes all our 10 activities that we did for the last week, imagine. So you've learned 10, how to make different characters, 2D, 3D, all sorts of different characters. So you know a lot about making faces, particularly wings, all sorts now. So you can do anything you like. I'll tell all my friends. Thank you, Emery. You can make everything and anything. And remember, I've still got quite a lot from my little containers, and I've been doing much more modeling before, each session than you have. So use that if you want. Good. Thank you so much, Sophia and James. I hope you did enjoy it. So use that at your leisure. You now know how to create, so you'll be able to make fantastic masterpieces yourself, okay? So I really enjoyed it. I hope you have, and going forward, I will be running more tutorials in the next week and for the Easter camp as well. Not next week, but in the future, I'll be doing after school, and then I'll be running camps over the Easter holidays. So I will contact you in future just to let you know everything that we will be doing. And I really appreciate the support. So listen, whatever you do, be safe and be well. That's the main thing. And thank you so, so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. All the best now. Oh, very good. Orla, oh, very good. See, John, Sarah, and everyone. Thank you so much for everything. We enjoyed it. Great. So thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Brenda. Oh, your mom's name's Brenda. You're Orla. Very good. I love my Phoenix. I think that was my favorite character as well, to be honest. I really love that one. And someone's middle name that told me was Phoenix there. So that's lovely. What a cool name. Bye. Bye. So listen, stay well. Thank you so much from Selena. Lovely. And Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. You're a constant. Thank you so much. Ali and Finn, yeah, well, that's great because you're very good. Ali and Finn, great week. I loved it a lot. Okay, I just want to, that's it. Yeah, thank you so much. So bye-bye. Thank you. Lovely. Bye-bye. Oh, my otter. Charlie, you send me a picture. You get Jennifer, your mom, to send me a picture. I'd love it. Love to see it. Your otter man, lovely. Do Charlie, tell Jennifer to send me it on. I'll post it on Facebook for you.